It looked for a long time as though Arnaut Danjuma was going to be joining you at Finch Farm this afternoon to become an Everton player. Maybe not.
Yeah, he was expected here, and it was to complete a loan move from Villarreal, but he was a no-show in the end. And what we now know is happening is that Tottenham have scheduled a medical for Arnaut Danjuma this evening. Advanced negotiations are ongoing over an initial loan until the end of the season. Sky Sports News is currently trying to verify whether a buy option or obligation will be included in any deal as well. Spurs, we know, have wanted to strengthen their attacking options as they fight across 3 competitions now. We recently reported that Lucas Moura is out injured with little sign of when he'll return to action as well. Manager Antonio Conte has recently spoken about not having him available as well. But obviously major disappointment here at Everton, because we know that he had a medical over the weekend. That was done on Saturday. There have been certain reassurances that he'd been looking for as well in looking to complete that loan move from Villarreal, certainly with regard to Everton changing their manager and how they were going to move forward from that. But it seemed yesterday that everything was fine with Arnaut Danjuma over that potential move here. He'd spoken about wanting to play his part and looking forward to the challenge of keeping Everton in the Premier League and rewarding their long-suffering fans. But today, all that has changed. Tottenham have come in at the 11th hour. He was on his way for talks with Spurs, and now that medical scheduled for this evening to over a proposed loan move to Spurs now.
And is this a situation that Everton have found themselves in before?
It is, yeah, and it's Spurs who were at the centre of that. And we're going back to transfer deadline day in August 2016, and Moussa Sissoko was all set to join Everton. I know that he's given interviews subsequently talking about that, but the information at the time here, because I was here at Finch Farm awaiting his arrival, was that he was booked in for a medical at that point. Everton had a private jet on standby ready to fly him in because it was an international break at that point as well, but in the end he didn't get onto that private jet and ended up going to Spurs and joining them instead. And so on that occasion, Moussa Sissoko was a no-show. I should also mention the fact that there have been 2 other no-shows today, and they are Anthony Gordon and Amadou Onana as well. We've put the question to the club exactly why those 2 haven't reported for training. They're currently Everton's first-team squad is training at the minute under the guidance of Leighton Baines and Paul Tate. So as soon as we get information as regards why Anthony Gordon and Amadou Onana aren't at Everton's training ground, we'll bring that to you as well. But yeah, the situation facing them as regards Danjuma's proposed loan, they've faced that situation before. Again, it was Spurs at the centre of it, and it ended up with Moussa Sissoko joining Spurs instead of Everton.
Yeah, so one attacking player looks to be heading for Spurs. Do Everton have their eye on another forward, though?
Yeah, they do. They're interested in Marseille striker Bamba Dieng, and people will remember exactly what happened with him in the summer. But Marseille are currently trying to do a deal with Lorient that would see Dieng plus cash go to Lorient and Terem Moffi go to Marseille. Talks ongoing in that respect. Moffi has been the subject of interest from Premier League clubs as well, including West Ham and Southampton. However, one source has told Sky Sports News that he would prefer to stay in France, with Lyon and Nice also trying to sign him. It's thought Dieng's preference is to go to the Premier League. He, of course, as I alluded to, came close to joining Leeds United in the summer transfer window, only for Nice to come in with a better offer. A move to Nice eventually fell through, though, after Dieng failed a medical, of course. He's since returned to first-team squad with Marseille, making 10 appearances in Ligue 1 so far this season as well. And he was in Senegal's squad for the World Cup, scoring in the 3-1 win over Qatar as well. So Everton looking at targets they desperately need to strengthen. We know that Frank Lampard wanted to bring in 2 further attacking options during this window. It looked close. He certainly worked diligently in terms of that potential deal for Arnaut Danjuma, but now it looks like Everton back to square one, and again looking for 2 attacking options to bring in during this window.